do it because you want to do it, and to prove to yourself that you can, to prove to yourself that you are not going to stand in your own way, you are not going to be your own gatekeeper. Hi, so I'm filming this video super randomly, like right before I have to go to class, which is why I don't have anything set up, so hopefully you guys can hear me. But basically I wanted to talk a little bit about this idea of talent and why like not having the talent is like not an excuse to not try something, and to kind of hopefully inspire you all to just give stuff a chance and to let yourself be in the awkward beginner stage, whether or not you think you have talent to do something, to pick up a new skill, to do a new hobby. So recently I was talking to a friend through Instagram DMs, as you do, and she sent me like some video about somebody making like an outfit, like their cosplay outfit or something, and she was like, wow, isn't this super cool, like this person like makes their own outfits and like makes them for their friends and stuff. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. And then we found out that that person had their own business where they make like dresses and stuff and they sell them to people, and she was like, wow, that's so cool, I wish I could do this, like I would love to have a business where I sell stuff one day. And I was like, oh well, why don't you like give it a try, like why don't you just like try making something or like setting up a website? And she was like, oh well, like I just don't have the talent, like I don't think I could ever do that. And that was like crazy to me, because I feel like I've never thought of anything as a matter of talent. Like I don't, like me personally, I don't believe that having talent is a prerequisite to doing anything at all, much less like starting something, you know? Like if you're throwing everything out the window to pursue a career in something, it's like, okay, you might think a little bit about that, but to just begin something, to try something, to start a hobby, and like thinking of talent as a thing that you need to have in order to just begin something, it was like kind of crazy to me. So basically I am a writer, I like to write, and I have never like thought of myself as talented in anything at all. Like, I mean, to be fair, I did start writing when I was a kid, when you don't really care much about stuff like that, but I quit writing for a bit when I was like 16, and then I picked it back up at 18, and even then I never really thought that I had any particular amount of talent or natural ability. Like I don't even think I'm a particularly intelligent person, like I just think I'm like a completely normal human being. But the reason that I started writing again was because I loved it, and because I wanted to tell stories, and because I was reading a lot of books at the time that were inspiring me. I've talked about this in other videos, how like changing my reading taste when I was 18 like completely introduced me to a new world of writing, and how that like inspired me to start writing again. And during this time I never thought like, oh, I have talent so I should pursue it. Like I never let the fact that I didn't think I had any talent like stop me from going back into it, you know what I'm saying? And I think that this is something that I see a lot of on social media and like in the real world, obviously, but I want to talk a little bit about social media first. So anytime I see like a TikTok video or an Instagram video about somebody making something, or like top 10 like fun crafts to do at home, like there's always people in the comments being like, oh, I would do this if I had the talent, or oh, I want to do this but I'm scared that it's gonna be bad, or I want to do this but I'm just not good at art. And it's like, I don't know like why we started thinking that we had to be good at something in order to just like do it, you know what I'm saying? I could literally see a video of somebody showing like doing like 5 crafts to do to add more whimsy to your day, and it's like making like buttons, or like sewing something out of felt, or like drawing a picture, and then people in the comments are like, oh, but I'm not talented at art so I'm not gonna do it. And it's like, that's always like the top comment too. Like if you are chronically online like me, you probably know what I'm talking about. And that's kind of crazy to me. Like, or people are like, POV, you have the passion but not the talent, and they like talk about how they love something but they're never gonna pursue it because they're not good at it. And I just like, that like kind of is crazy to me. Like literally I'm the only person I know that doesn't know how to code, and when I was a kid my parents really tried to get me to learn because it's like important to know, I guess. And I was like, oh, I'm never gonna do this again, like it's so boring, like it doesn't work in my head, like it doesn't click in place. Recently I've had like a renewed interest in learning how to code websites and stuff, so that's something I've been looking into. And like I don't think that not being good at something, or not thinking of yourself as like a certain type of person, should stop you from doing anything. Like I have never thought of myself as like a coding person, like I never thought of myself as a STEM person, like whatever that's supposed to mean, because I don't like the STEM humanities separation, but that's a separate video topic. And I think that a lot of the reason why people think that way is because we live in a society that makes you think that you cannot do things for the sake of doing them, that everything you do has to have some sort of monetary value, like it generates money for you or it generates social status, like, and so everything that people pursue is always for like some sort of financial incentive, which I understand. Like, we live in a really terrible time. Everything is so expensive, but I think that it's so valuable and so holy almost to have certain hobbies or certain interests that you do just because you like them and for no other reason than that. And especially with fun things like crafting or making things, it's like we do those to just like be human, to just have fun, to enjoy life. And I don't think that whether or not you're good at things should get in the way of you trying something if it's going to make you enjoy life more. Also, I think that social media and everything being online has also led to a lot of people thinking that they need to be good at something. Like, I think social media has given rise to a phenomenon where everybody feels like they're being watched, or everyone feels like they're not allowed to be cringy or to be seen like trying or struggling. And I think that social media works here in two ways, because one, like on social media, so much of what we see is from the experts, is the refined art, is the edited writing, is content from people who have been doing their art for like 10-20 years. And so in comparison, like, it's natural that we think that that is normal and that what we are doing is automatically subpar. And I also think that because social media like is all about spectatorship, is all about like, we see like cringe compilations or whatever, or people post recordings of people that are like being cringe and like post on social media and like they shame people. Like, I think social media has made people very scared to be seen in anything that's not perfect. And so like when you're starting something new, obviously you're going to be like bad at it, you're going to be awkward, you're going to be like struggling, you're going to learn some mistakes the hard way. And I think people are just like scared to give that chance. Like, people are scared to be the novice, is to be like the cringe beginner. And I think that this is something that you ultimately have to work past if you want to be good at art, or if you want to like ultimately be good at something. Like, I don't think that talent really like affects how good you ultimately are. Like, I think most successful like writers and artists are not like naturally talented at birth. Like, I'm sure there are some that are, but I think a lot of people, they just succeed because they have a very authentic style or voice, or they got really lucky. Like, I think it's usually a combination of all those things, but I think talent plays a very small part in determining your success, or determining whether or not you will ultimately like succeed in finishing a project, finding success in a creative field. And even if you're not thinking about those things in a professional way, just being good at something, that comes from years and years of being bad at things. I think if you have the nerve to be bad at something and the stubbornness to keep being bad at it, then you'll ultimately get good at that thing. But putting aside the whole getting good at things part, just doing it for the sake of doing it is going to be what makes you feel like a person. Like, I genuinely think that if everybody in the world spent more time like in their day doing arts and crafts, like, we would all live in a much peacefuler and happier society. And I think that especially in the age of AI, when a lot of people are offloading their creativity to AI, like, it's so important to keep the part of you that's a human alive, and to express yourself and to express your truth and to find yourself within your art. Like, whenever I write, I always learn something about myself, or I find something that I've been suppressing. And I think in that way, art is, it's a branch of wellness. It's important to who you are. It's almost meditative. And so I think that just making art, just having the nerve to do things, whether or not you're talented, I think that is going to be the thing that saves you. Like, I think that's gonna be the thing that makes you feel happier and more productive and more successful. Like, obviously there are some people in the world who are like prodigies or like really just naturally good at stuff, but I think for the average person, which is what I think that I am, like, there is really no barrier of entry to doing something creative other than perhaps looking silly. Like, you do not have to be good at things to enjoy them. You do not have to be good at them. You don't have to post things. You don't have to share things. And I think that this is also another way that social media has, I don't want to say ruined, but has affected the arts, because we're so used to thinking that we have to like share everything that we make, or at least I do. So sometimes just letting myself like do things without feeling the pressure to like finish it and show it and turn it in is like really helpful. Like, so because I'm a writer and I want to be a writer like professionally, I like to always keep a side project that I plan to just keep to myself. Like, right now I'm writing a story with my friend, and we don't plan to like publish this or show it to people, so it's just a really fun way to kind of take a break from my main projects and the things that I take more seriously. And I think that it's kind of in this vein that I want to encourage doing something creative and having a creative hobby, whether or not you think you're good at it, because it doesn't matter. Like, nobody is watching, you know? You can just do the thing that you want to do. You can just enjoy the process. You can just enjoy being a beginner, because I think that there's so much merit to being a beginner. It shows courage that you're trying something that you've never done before. It shows curiosity, and I think curiosity always pays off. And it proves to yourself that you are actually somebody who can follow through with ideas that you have. Like, if you have always wanted to paint, but you didn't let yourself start because you thought you were not talented, you're basically just like reinforcing this belief in your head that you just can't do it. But if you just start doing it anyway, if you just give it a try, even if it's bad, and you keep trying, then you're proving to yourself time and time again that you are somebody who follows through with your ideas, who is actually able to put their foot down and decide to make something happen. And this rewiring in your brain will ultimately help you find success in other areas of your life. So that's definitely something that I have learned recently. Like, you are always allowed to reprogram your neural pathways. You can always prove things to yourself, prove to yourself your own capability. And I think that's where confidence comes from. Confidence happens when you prove to yourself time and time again that you are capable of following through on things you say you're gonna do. So put talent aside, just go for it, just try it, just take out a piece of paper, draw something, write a song, write a story, whatever. Like, whether or not you're good at it, prove to yourself that you are not going to stand in your own way. You are not going to be your own gatekeeper. So yeah, basically I just want to like drop in really quickly and just talk a little bit about that. I know I haven't posted in a while. I have a Q&A video coming soon because I did a Q&A on my Instagram a while ago, and a lot of the questions are about like writing and college, so I'm going to be talking a little bit about that. If you guys have any last minute questions, you can just like ask them down below, or you can like DM me on Instagram. Like, I don't really check DMs that much, but I will if you have a question. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Remember to check out my Instagram. That's where I post a lot of like creativity related stuff, but also stuff about my writing. I have a book out which people have been enjoying, so if you're interested in weird literary fiction with paranormal elements and also about music production in the 1980s, then you might be interested in my book. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be posting more before the end of the year. I started school, so I'm really busy, but I'm going to be like making more like simple chatty videos like this, hopefully, just to keep posting, because I know that not a lot of people are watching my channel anymore, but the people that are like always watching my videos. So thank you so much to my dedicated subscribers, and yeah, have a good day. See you.